announces plan to introduce public education grants, Guyanese welcome the initiative and citizens urged to elect an administration with a vision for transformative hinterland development. It's Monday, February 17. It's 13 days to general elections and 6 days to our Golden Jubilee Republic anniversary. Thank you for joining us. Headlining the APNU-AFC Coalition rally in Lethem Region 9, His Excellency President David Granger announced the coalition government's plans for continued investment in education through the introduction of the Public Education Assistance Scheme.
And we are going to launch, this is a new one, the Public Education Assistance Scheme. Some people call it the cash grants. But this will be a reward to parents who keep their children in school. If parents could show that their children have a high attendance record, they'll be paid for every day that child goes to school, up to the age of 15.
He highlighted that since assuming office in 2015, his administration has worked to improve access to education through the implementation of the Public Education Transportation Service and the Public Education Nutrition System. The head of state also shared his vision to ensure children all across Guyana are educated and provided with equal opportunities. President Granger described the Upper Takatu Upper Essequibo region, the largest in the country, as the most promising province and committed to ensuring its continued development.
We have a plan for environmental protection. We have a plan for Rupununi. And we are going to implement that plan more fully than we've been doing before. We are going to convert the promises that have been made into performance. We are going to convert the potential of this great region into production. We are to convert the villages which are languishing in poverty into villages which are enjoying prosperity.
Following his address, the head of state distributed several bicycles to children in the Rupununi as part of his 5Bs program. Meantime, Guyanese are welcoming the government's announcement of the introduction of the public education grants. Let's take a look. Following the announcement of the Public Education Assistance Key, commonly called the Cash Grant, InfoHub took its cameras to the streets to get the public's reaction. After speaking to several persons, it was evident that the initiative will be well received.
That's extremely good because we need all the children in school. We need to work on the children from young. So it's a good initiative, extremely good.
I think it's a good thing because a lot of parents would appreciate that.
It will be useful in their transportation-wise and more like getting school stuff and so.
It's a good initiative and it's going to help parents, especially single parents, to better manage themselves and provide better care and everything for their children.
On Saturday evening last, President David Granger announced plans to introduce PEAK as an incentive for parents who keep their children in school. If parents can show that their children have a high attendance record, they will be paid for every day that their child goes to school up to the age of 15. Minister of Indigenous Peoples Affairs Sidney Alicock, speaking at the massive Lethem rally, charged residents to use March 2 to elect an administration that has a vision for transformative hinterland development.
The coalition rally was held at the Tabachinga ground in the Rupununi region over the weekend, where thousands of people from the North, Central and South Rupununi came out in support of the administration. Minister Alicock reminded the gathering of the massive transformation that has taken place in the region over the past 4 years.
With you coming out here tonight in these numbers, if the PPPC had 25,000 the last time, we have 50,000 here tonight. I would like you to take this very seriously because the future of Guyana is in your hands. Remember, not so long ago, this government took over a dusty, shabby little village known as Lethem. Tonight, there are lights. There's a solid road. It's fit and proper. It is what we need. We're talking about development. And we're not only talking, we're implementing.
Also speaking at the event was Minister of State Don Hastings Williams, who announced that the government has invested approximately $10.3 billion in the Rupununi region.
Today, we have a lot to
For InfoHub, Stacey Carmichael.
After years without an emergency response calling system, the coalition government in 2017 got the 911 line up and running. The emergency calling system has been a major boost to the Guyana Police Force's crime-fighting capabilities. Now, with dialing of the numbers 911, law enforcement will be at your aid within 15 minutes. Similarly, with the dialing of 912, you can have emergency medical technicians lending medical support. The trained professionals are prepared to provide better pre-hospital care whilst they transfer you to the hospital. Hundreds of lives have been saved from the re-establishment of those emergency lines.
More infrastructural development as the first phase of a 70-mile all-weather road linking Central and North Rupununi villages was over the weekend commissioned.
The first phase of a major $200 million road network linking the North Rupununi with the Central Rupununi was commissioned today in Napi Village, Region 9. The project will benefit over 4,000 residents in the Rupununi region. The road was named after Minister of Indigenous Peoples Affairs, the Honorable Sidney Allicock, who, along with Minister of Natural Resources, the Honorable Raphael Trotman, was very instrumental in ensuring the project is executed. Minister Allicock noted that the road will bring tremendous benefits to the Rupununi residents.
This road is a good example of how we could work with the communities, how we could work together to help you to have easier access to market for your produce.
Minister Raphael Trotman explained that the road was in talks for over 30 years. However, it was under the coalition government that the project was executed in less than 3 months.
This morning, I drove on a road that did not exist 3 months ago. And I have to say that I became very emotional because when we held a consultation last year, June, people said they'd been talking about this road for the past 30 years and nobody is doing it. And I said, I will get it done working with Vice President Allicock because the time for talking is over.
The 70-mile long road starts from Central Rupununi and leads into Napi Village, Hiowa, and Parishara, and will continue in Kaikumbe, Fly Hill, and Yupakari on to Toka in the North Rupununi. From the Napi Village, Central Rupununi, with videographer Anil Silal, Sinika Thorne for InfoHub.
When the news returns, Central Housing and Planning Authority and DDL collaborate to build homes for relocated families. And we bring you the MASH Activities Weekend Roundup. Details after the break. Stay with us. Daddy! Welcome back. The Central Housing and Planning Authority, in collaboration with Demerara Distillers Limited, earlier today turned a sod, cementing an agreement for the construction of 3 new homes for relocated families in Prospect, East Bank, Demerara.
Government's commitment to providing homes for every Guyanese was further enhanced today when it turned the sod to begin construction of 3 new homes in the Prospect community on the East Bank of Demerara.
In this particular case, the 3 families who will receive new homes in 3 months' time previously squatted on DDL's Diamond Industrial Land, which according to both DDL and CH&PA was not zoned for housing but for industrial purposes.
This initiative was birthed after many consultations between DDL and CH&PA to ensure that the affected families who were dwelling within the proximity of DDL's plant are provided alternative lands and housing. We are cognizant of the conditions and health risk factors of the area, since the area was never zoned for housing purposes, due to the land being owned by DDL.
Minister Ferguson expressed her gratitude to DDL for standing the cost of the construction and relocation of the families.
I'm happy that DDL saw the need to have you people relocated and that you have ASIQUES. I am also happy that DDL has committed to the construction of the houses and taking full responsibility for the temporary accommodation of the families. I'm also cognizant that the previous administration made promises to have you and others from the area relocated. This was unsuccessful.
DDL's chairman Kamal Samaru says today's event is testament to what can happen when government and the private sector comes together.
Today is a significant day for so many reasons. The most important in my view is the fact that 3 families will soon enjoy better living conditions in which they will raise their children in a safe and environmentally friendly and decent community. Today's turning of the sod ceremony represents yet another demonstration of DDL's commitment to good corporate citizenship through collaborative endeavor with government agencies.
From Prospect on the east bank of Demerara with senior videographer Kenny and Bacchus, Felicia Valenzuela, InfoHub.
It's 1 minute to 9 right now in Guyana.
Very good day to you. Good morning. Good day, Bartika.
The coalition government remains committed to freedom of information. From 2015 to date, government has commissioned several community radio stations: Radio Lethem, Radio Mabaruma, Radio Madia, Radio Bartika, Radio Oriala, Radio Aishalton, and Radio Essequibo. Since coming into office, President David Granger has made it clear that it is the right of every Guyanese, regardless of their geographic location, to access public services, particularly public information.
As the Golden Jubilee Republic Anniversary fast approaches, things got quite hectic, yet exciting, with the hosting of several matrimony activities over the past weekend. Here is a recap.
Don't waste my time. I want a wine. You come to walk, get behind. If you come to play, hands in the air.
Kicking off the chain of events was the official launch of the colorful, mesmerizing children costume and float parade. Leading the parade was Minister of Education, the Honorable Dr. Nicolette Henry.
I feel good about the whole occasion. I think people are having a good time. Our young people are on the streets. As you see, lots of schools are represented. And we are matrimony and having a good time under the team, transforming Guyana through education. We are the education sector, and we really, enjoy what we do. And we're in the spirit of celebration after hard work. We're having a good time, but we're also celebrating in anticipation of harder work.
The much anticipated 592 Soca Monarch competition came to an end with no other than Jummo Rubber Waist Primo taking the crown for the 4th time.
Tonight is just show that you could overcome. Last year, I got 4th position. And I know the reason why I got 4th position. So I sat back and I studied. I studied what was the mishaps, what was the mistakes, what happened. And I plan to make sure that it didn't happen this year. I make sure that I must have the strongest song, a strong song that everybody could relate to. And once you do that, your music speaks for itself.
It didn't end there. The 2-day Rum Fest at Everest Ground definitely brought more excitement. The Republic Bank Limited Mashamani Panorama Steel Band 2020 competition also brought some hype, with the Guyana Police Force Steel Orchestra copying first place in the large bands category after an energetic performance outshining the Cal Parkside Steel Orchestra, who came in second, and the National School of Music Steel Orchestra taking the 3rd place. Meanwhile, at the Lenora Track and Field, the launch of the Relay Festival, which is a collaborative effort between the Department of Social Cohesion and the Guyana Overseas-Based Sports Association, definitely completed the day for sports lovers. Persons were also treated to a night of storytelling, music, dancing, and even games like hopscotch, saw out, and Chinese at the Guyana Folk Festival held at the Durban Park. I'm Neola Damon, InfoHub.
As we prepare for Elections Day on March 2, if you haven't done so as yet, check to ensure your name is on the revised list of electors. Voting is your democratic right. That's all for today. Connect with us on all our social media platforms, including WhatsApp, Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. Much more news is on our website, dpi.gov.gy. Your bridge and weather reports are up next. Goodbye for now.